Team match. Match 5.
Introducing our player in the upper left in the red from Korea, he is
Splice Stats.
And the bottom right in the blue, the German Protoss representing Team Seoul. He is.
Wait for it.
Wait.
Makers ShowTimE.
D-Mauer, as he's known in the WCS circuit.
Yes.
The Wall. But PvP, a very different matchup. It's usually the one where the wall will come to you.
Oh, thanks for coming down from Thailand. Yeah, we got people in the audience from all over the world. It's really cool. You got people flying in. And this is, you know, out of all the esports events in the world, this is like, is it the best one? Oh,
well, it's the best. It is the best esport in the world. So
yes,
obviously, its events are the best events.
Other esport gamers are like,
no. But there's another tournament on right now, and it's bigger money. I'm like, okay,
all right, settle down.
But your game sucks.
Settle down. Settle down. No, but this is such a great show, and it's so cool because you come down to the studio. We're in a cool part of town. You get to have a ton of StarCraft over 4 days. We get this great show match, and then we get to crown the GSL versus World Champion.
His wife.
My wife for Ire.
I'm glad that said Ire and not higher. Because that's the other way you say that,
This was... oh, hold on a second. We got the probe coming in here and scouting.
Yeah, and a proxy on the map, by the way, from ShowTimE, which we saw a little bit ago. As I said, he likes to get a little bit aggro in this matchup. And there's going to be a Stargate proxy.
Okay. Right out the gate here. Stargate coming down. This is one of those locations where it's hiding in plain sight.
Yeah, but because it has that high ground, it's like very hard to scout. You need to come up a ramp from like the south of it to swing around and see it. You can't see it from the low ground. So a pretty popular spot for the proxy, and you can see that ShowTimE, because he went for the proxy Stargate here, had to delay that second. Yeah, he's trying to, just in case that gateway gets seen, he doesn't want Stats to realize that he's saving gas.
Right,
right. So to get that Stalker out. So he had to make a Zealot for a bit to bamboozle further.
Okay. The probe is shot down here. As the Adepts shade forward, we do have the probe here from Stats looping back around to come home. And it's actually a Phoenix that's been made first. Now, Stats just started his Stargate. Sometimes the best counter to a Stargate can be your own Stargate.
It certainly is. And interestingly enough, a Phoenix first here from ShowTimE.
Yeah.
So a Phoenix on its own, not too effective, but a Phoenix in tandem with another one, generally pretty nice. It's very, very, you do see it from time to time, but generally a proxy Stargate is all about the oracles. So this is pretty interesting here from ShowTimE.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes a lot of sense that the Phoenixes have a lot of utility along with the Oracle. A lot of the Stargate units, apart from the Void Ray, really very effective.
Let's see what Stats makes, because I'm guessing he's just going to get an Oracle here, but this is going to be unintentionally entirely countered here if the Phoenixes come out, because... Obviously, okay, there it is.
Yeah,
this is not good right now.
You're absolutely right.
Stats.
Build order-wise, this looks amazing for ShowTimE.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, the Oracle isn't out yet, so if the Phoenixes come on in, Stats can cancel the Oracle. He doesn't have enough Phoenix. He has enough Stalkers in the mineral line where these Phoenixes shouldn't be able to do anything. So this might actually be okay. So the Phoenixes just tap the edge of that Stargate there, and ShowTimE decides to pull on back. But, like I said, the Phoenix, even though they're not finding too much damage...
Oh, hold on. Adepts come in.
Oh, this is so nice.
Yeah, going to go ahead and take out a couple of these probes.
Ooh.
And, early game when you're both on just barely one base, this really hurts. And he actually cancels that shade, saying, wait a minute, I'm going to double down with this attack. Get as many kills as possible.
Yeah, 2 Adepts in your mineral line is actually potentially game-ending a lot of the time in PvP when your opponent's really good. Of course, there is still a lot of opportunity for ShowTimE to actually put on some extra hurt here on Stats, but Stats just looks so locked down defensively with those Stalkers down there. There's no shield battery in the mineral line, though, so maybe ShowTimE can actually lift up a couple of these units, but as I say that, Stats reinforces the mineral line defenses there.
Okay, Phoenixes are coming up now. And I don't know if he's going to really be able to recoup here. I mean, that number of Stalkers, you really have to respect that and try to back out. Now, one thing that Stats can do is, since the the Phoenixes are a real threat.
No. Oh, okay. Well, at least he has units in the mineral line and a shield barrier this time.
Yeah. He'll be okay. But you don't have to make probes mine immediately from this natural. You can basically use the Nexus like a placeholder and then start to get probes there later on. You can see ShowTimE is still fishing for an opening to try to do some kind of damage here.
Yeah, pretty heavy on the Phoenix play. Started switching to robotics now. And this is making Stats go into Blinks because he wants to be able to deal with the Phoenixes. And obviously, Blink Stalker is one of the best things to do when you can't keep up with the Phoenix count yourself on one Stargate. So Blink makes a ton of sense. ShowTime, if he realizes this, or rather if this is delivered by him, he can get a good number of Immortals up to punish. Recall versus Recall. Who did it better?
Maynard, I love casting with you. It's so fun. Now we've got the Robo coming down here. The Blink upgrade is, again, so close to finishing, so Stats is really going to activate himself on the map here. Actually, okay, I thought he might end up with these Phoenixes going right through the Stalkers. This is now going to be Stats' opportunity to really try to do something. What is actually back at the natural right now?
The ShowTime?
Yeah, I don't actually...
Bupkis. Doesn't have a whole lot at all.
He doesn't have anything,
Immortals.
right?
Yeah, he's got Phoenixes. He does have, I think, some Gateway units, but...
I don't feel like we've really had very many shots of ShowTime's natural, but
yeah,
I mean, he's basically ready for an air attack in the mineral line, and so this positionally, Stats is going to get premium real estate here.
This might actually just be an A-move victory here for Stats. Just a big target fire there on those Stalkers, and
GG.
that's it. Sometimes PvP be like that.